All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to another game between Life and Infi. Yeah, that... Okay, my daughter wants us to go super fast for the first 2 minutes. So there you go, Altar of Kings, Barracks Farm. We'll see if it's gonna be a Mountain King versus a Warden first. That was an absolutely amazing matchup, as it is gonna be... Well, I think this is more green than aqua. Okay, it looks aqua to you. When I show you aqua, you'll be like, oh, that's aqua. All right, let's go ahead and slow things down already. We're getting close to the 2-minute mark. Archmage will be popping on out. We are hitting the 2-minute mark right now, as the Archmage should be heading on out here in just a moment. Kind of reminds me of the old WC replays days. I don't know if you guys remember. That's not a Death Knight. That's an Apprentice Wizard. This is the Demon Hunter. You like the Demon Hunter? It's your favorite? Okay, I'm a human player, so I don't like the Demon Hunter. I'm sorry. Alright, the Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and finish off all of these rogues here. It is gonna be a much more traditional Archmage versus Demon Hunter matchup this time around, as the Demon Hunter gonna go ahead and push back the Footman here. Alright, Night Elf main spot. Alright. Footman now trying to run around. Thank Nicholas for going ahead for the follow. Always nice to have more and more followers here, as the Archmage does get to level 2, has a Circlet of Nobility and a Mantle of Intelligence. Now, Rock Golem Creep Camp with double Water Elementals. Oh, we're going to see a detonation right there, removing some precious mana, not only from the Archmage, but dealing damage to that Water Elemental. Damage now trying to be added back up, as the Demon Hunter could turn around. Not going to be able to do very much with that mana burn any longer, though, as the Water Elemental going to get taken out once again. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 2. As you see, the Archmage is doing a good job trying to make sure... Oh, surround now onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, Shadow Melds, Cloak of Shadows, the item that you think that the Demon Hunter never really wants. Well, it looks like the Night Elf Demon Hunter wants to be like his sisters and be able to hide in the dark. And that's exactly what happened there. Archmage is going to go ahead and pick up some items. Let's take a look. Potion of Greater Mana has been picked up. 300 mana right there, as we should be looking at, well, perhaps an Arcane Tower and an expansion. Expansion attempt likely underway. Meanwhile, Tree of Life should be upgraded to Tree of Ages here in just a second, as I do not expect it is the name of the building. Tree of Ages, as opposed to Tree of Life. It's not really like a Pokemon Evolve as opposed to an upgrade. Alright, I don't know what you're screaming about. Oh, I should be looking at the map. Thank you, the one distracting me. Anyways, back down over here. Footman now looking to back off again. You can see there is an Arcane Tower and a Town Hall all being set up here down to the south. Town Hall should be constructed without much of an issue, and we may see an Arcane Vault off over here. Archmage is just holding close to the expansion right now, knowing that it wants to set up that expansion and be able to, well, get a little bit of an economic advantage. Now, unlike Terranus Stand, where you didn't really see the mercenary camps cleared out, I believe we should be seeing a lot more mercenaries on this map, especially since it is so close to this expansion here. Now, the reason why you don't see the clearing out of the mercenary camp... Yes.
A town is under siege.
I need to concentrate. Will you let me concentrate?
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. The reason why the mercenary camp wasn't cleared out was because of the amount of slow being used. Now, the Demon Hunter has teleported straight up behind here and is going to go ahead and use Immolation to try to burn through many of these militia. The problem, though, is that the Immolation or the Demon Hunter could run out of mana fairly fast. Are we going to see a mana burn onto the Archmage? Archmage now just trying to run back around. You see one peasant is taken down, and the Footman holding position right here. Scroll of Town Portal. What is that doing? Archmage using a Scroll of Town Portal to head back to the other side here, as one tower was taken down. Very, very good split attack by Life, but use of the Scroll of Town Portal by, by Infi meant that all of these poor units had to back off. Now, the big question is whether or not this mercenary camp will be used a lot. The issue is that it is fairly high level, but we should be seeing Infi with a large amount a large amount of excess gold, at least until he starts getting those additional higher tiers. We also see a Wisp still hiding behind enemy lines, and that Wisp should be able to teleport in pretty consistently. Demon Hunter now gets to level 3. No Arcane Tower means that Mountain King is just going to be able to burn up everything, burninate everything on the map here. As you can see, Footman getting taken down. This is actually a horrible spot. Life is in a great position here to try and take down many of these units. Demon Hunter, however, is starting to take a bit of damage as the guard towers and scout towers are starting to upgrade. Second guard tower about to be done, and with 2 guard towers up, those Huntresses are going to drop like flies. Demon Hunter turns off Immolation for some reason, and with that, unable to stop these peasants from mining. And, well, many of these peasants would be dead, I believe, if the Demon Hunter still had Immolation. Meanwhile, back down across over here, let's take a look at it. There is still this Wisp. It could get teleported in here in just a second as a Footman does get taken out. All right, Altar of Kings taking a large amount of damage. Forest Troll Shadow Priest needs to run around. It looks as though the Water Elemental is going to be able to finish off. The units are going to go ahead and try to hire a Goblin Zeppelin. And this is the perfect spot to be. They have a place to run and deal a lot of damage as many Footmen are getting taken out. Huntresses are also getting picked up and dropped back down. Low hit point Huntress able to survive, at least for now, as you can see that the Huntress is trying to put pressure on the front door. This Huntress will be returning back home. No Water Elementals or Archmage is going to find that there. Meanwhile, the Altar of Kings about to get taken down as the Water Elemental going to try and hire perhaps a Goblin Shredder or a Goblin Zeppelin. It is going to be a Goblin Shredder. Altar of Kings taken down in this game as well, as we're taking a look as the Water Elemental coming across here. All right, units are now trying to make their way back off to the north. Population count is 40 compared to 43 as the units are now trying to get away. Yes, there is a sheep. There's someone banned on my account? I don't know why. Anyways, let's take a look at this farm taking a whole bunch of damage right now. Let's take a look at this Forest Troll Berserker, Forest Troll Shadow Priest, healing all of these units up, and Life has to be happy with the position that he's currently in, except there is still a very large economic advantage. These multiple guard towers are going to continue to cause problems as we are rebuilding this Altar of Kings and now going to keep. Now, is the Demon Hunter finally teching the Tree of Ages? And this is a problem. I had thought Life had teched the Tree of Ages earlier, meaning that Dryads would be coming out onto the field. Without Dryads, these Water Elementals will be significantly more effective for longer. All right, let's take a look back across here. Sasquatch going to get taken out. Water Elementals looking to focus down the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation back home after picking up some useful items. As we can take a look, Demon Hunter quickly gets a mana burn off here once again. Tree of Life expansion trying to be established. Archmage coming back across is going to go ahead and easily stop this Tree of Life. This Tree of Life will get canceled, but it is still buying time. Goblin Sapler is now running out. What is going on here? Trying to detonate onto some units as the Demon Hunter going after more units still. Huntress able to move around the map very quickly. Archmage taking more damage as you see another 50-point mana burn. Demon Hunter, what is going on? How is it only at level 2 mana burn as you see the Goblin Zeppelin down to 25 hit points? Water Elemental gonna go ahead and chase, not be able to chase after that target. Meanwhile, Archmage will be able to run away. Nope, unable to run away. Perhaps the Goblin Zeppelin was still on cooldown. I didn't think the Goblin Zeppelin was on cooldown. You could just always buy it. Meanwhile, Archmage still trying to run back across here. Let's take a look. Water Elemental. Did it finish off the Goblin Zeppelin? It looks like it was able to do exactly that as the Demon Hunter still chasing after that Archmage. Archmage without Boots of Speed, allowing that Demon Hunter to make up some lost ground. Mana burn once more onto the Archmage. Archmage now losing 100 mana, but should be able to use a Scroll of Regeneration and heal back up. What is Life's next follow-up strategy? You expect the Panda? Yeah, Panda Brewmaster has joined in on the fight, meaning the army of footmen is just going to fall off significantly. However, we are already at Keep, and when you are at Keep, you got to expect Arcane Sanctums, and to counter that Panda, Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers are incredibly powerful. They do deal a decent amount of damage, but they are weak to Huntresses, as that Huntress bounce damage does spread across those spell breakers pretty quickly. Yep, Flying Sheep now on the map here. Panda now making its way down to the south. Demon Hunter ready to join in on the fight. You see Goblin Shredder, Footman, Archmage all across here. We are also setting up a Tree of Life off to the north. As you see the Sentry Ward keeping track of what is going on down to the south. Meanwhile, Goblin Shredder was able to finally get to that Wisp and take it out, as we are looking at dual Arcane Sanctums even though nothing is being trained. Back off to the north here, Demon Hunter is looking to perhaps fight back against this Goblin Zeppelin drop. You see there are a number of Huntresses here ready to go. There you go. Dropping only to realize, hey, the Tree of Life could end up getting canceled. Are we going to perhaps see some death of a Footman? Mana Burn onto the Archmage. Footman getting picked up beautifully right there. Breath of Fire as the Footman. Why are they in defend? I don't see a single... Well, there are some piercing damage units, but they can easily just switch targets and go after the other units. New Tree of Life being reestablished here as the Panda sitting at level 2. Goblin Zeppelin in the air. Are they going to perhaps try and drop behind enemy lines once more as the Panda sticking close by? Meanwhile, Blood Mage with Flame Strike quickly being used here, as the Blood Mage with Flame Strike has taken a fair bit of damage. Surprised that the Blood Mage already at level 2 and does have Flame Strike, as the damage is just starting to add back up. Goblin Zeppelin playing a game of chicken with this with the other base now, trying to put pressure, but gonna go ahead and finally drop. Archmage, Goblin Shredder gonna go ahead and engage. Mana Burn onto the Archmage, as the Archmage will be forced to retreat. Life is in a great spot right now as the Goblin Zeppelin is trying to get away. Breath of Fire almost takes down the Goblin Zeppelin. That would have been deadly. Goblin Zeppelin with Archmage, Goblin Shredder, and Footman. If it is taken out over the trees and there is nowhere it can drop, that is pretty much going to be game, because that is what a level 4 hero, or level 3 hero, a Goblin Shredder, and a Footman pretty much as free experience. All right, Sentry Wards gonna go ahead and get cleaned up. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Goblin Zeppelin, nothing is in them, as the Goblin Zeppelin ready to launch back down. Dryads, units all here, ready to go. Panda gonna go ahead and engage. Tree of Life has taken a bit of damage. There goes one unit. There goes another unit. Archmage is in serious trouble. Will it be able to get away? Scroll of Town Portal used instead, knowing that that Archmage cannot afford... well, you cannot afford to lose that Archmage any longer. Demon Hunter sitting at 4. Panda sitting at 3. Units now making their way all down to the south. Archmage, Scroll of Regeneration, no. Just using Priest to try to heal back up, as we now see Infi transitioning into Rifleman with 1-0 upgrades. The amount of unarmored units may catch Life off guard, and if these rifle casters are able to do a lot of damage, it may be able to just attack with the larger army and win. Demon Hunter trying to finish things off here. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4, has a lot of mana. Rifleman joining in on the fight, as you see a Spellbreaker while taking a lot of damage here. All right, Rifleman target practicing against those Huntresses. You see one Spellbreaker going to get taken out. There it goes. Mana Burn onto the Blood Mage. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Infi loses another, as we're still looking at the attacks coming in. All right, Riflemen, are they going to be able to focus down these units? Militia now joining on the fight. Priest getting taken down. Life is in a good spot, even though he has the smaller supply count, but Huntresses are getting taken out. Beautiful, beautiful Goblin Zeppelin micro, as the Panda gets off a good Breath of Fire. Units now dropped. Archmage sitting at level 4, and there is no healing for Life. Life has to be extremely careful. You may end up losing a number of these low hit point Huntresses, and if he does that, the Archmage, it may get to the next level here. All right, low hit point Huntress in the back line. Just micro it back home. There is no reason to feed the experience to your opponent any longer. Panda sitting at level 3 has a potion of greater mana. Spellbreakers are being added here, as you're taking a look at some of these Forest Troll Berserkers getting taken out. Are we going to see slow being cast on the Forest Troll Berserker? No, we are not. Panda is in that front line trying to fight back here. Slow poison. Spellbreaker having a difficult time trying to escape. Demon Hunter is going to be able to finish off that unit. Spellbreaker's trying to chase after the Huntress, as a Huntress gets taken down again. Archmage about 4 1/3. Another Huntress could get taken out. A Mana Burn a little bit late, as the Water Elemental able to hit the ground. Demon Hunter finally out on the field. Staff of Teleportation. Is it going to be enough? Down to 40. Down to death. Losing the Demon Hunters so needlessly, especially when you could have perhaps just rejuvenated it to get that extra bit of health. Life has to feel that he is in a horrible position now, losing a level 5 Demon Hunter in such a fashion, it just absolutely hurts. Demon Hunter not even being rejuvenated by the Druids of the Claw. Apparently, well, I don't know why not. You should be rejuvenated right there. 73 supply compared to 52, and I believe, well, this next attack coming in from Infi may be too much now. The amount of gold invested to get back that Demon Hunter at level 5 and not even having it back up to full hit points is going to be a major problem. Alright, Druid of the Claws, still at Adept training. Ancient of Lores, almost done researching that level 2 mastery training as the Druid of the Claw. Well, Demon Hunter now needs to back off. Alright, let's take a look at this. Druids of the Claws, finally in bear form. They would act as a good front line, but 19 supply difference between these two armies, and that is a definite issue now. Now that you know that it is 2 bases to 2 bases. Archmage gets a scroll of Tome of Retraining and going to be using Blizzard instead. Blizzard, incredibly powerful, and add on top of that the Blood Mage who has Flame Strike. Now, the Demon Hunter should be able to get off a good amount of mana burns. There's the Blizzard all on that back line. Walking through these targets is going to cause problems. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire all across the midline here as a Flame Strike goes down as well. More Blizzard being rained down here. Archmage out of mana, but Druids of the Claws absolutely getting destroyed here as the Spellbreakers, well, shake off all of that damage. Blood Mage stealing all of that mana once more. Mana burn onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage, what can it really do? Gets picked up, could get dropped back down. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire as the Demon Hunter still sitting at level 5. There goes a Priest now, but it's 74 supply compared to 44. And with this Ancient of War Death, and well, yeah, with that Ancient of War Death, we see the GG. Infi taking this series 2-0. Life, who did have a good lead at one point, ends up giving the game away to Infi after the untimely death of his Demon Hunter. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.